guys. Nice meeting you. And there's a story here. Let's see what they have to say. My wife had secretly been paying school fees for her ex-boyfriend's child. Well, okay. Let's see. Before I met my wife, she had gone through a crazy breakup that was making her delusional. The man she had been dating had a child with a side chick, and she only found out through a friend. She was devastated to the extent that she didn't want to have anything to do with men. She called men dogs and called ancestors goats. She said all men were the same, but I was patient enough to calm her heart down and lay down my feelings for her. For a whole year, she played hide and seek with me. She said no to me and yes tomorrow, and then say no to me. I was getting frustrated. I asked, is it a no or a yes? How can a man I've dated for 4 good years do this to me and you are here telling me you're different? I felt I felt her for some time. I left her for some time. I went to chase a dream that had promised money and peace. I got the chance to travel abroad, but the travel fell through and the agent ran away with the money. One morning, my loss, she called. I was so heartbroken, I didn't even want to talk to her. She invited me on a date and bought me food. She told me, so you see how it feels to be heartbroken? From that day, we started afresh, like two strangers who had just met. I told her that I still loved her and wanted to be with her. She asked if I had the abroad. She asked if I still had the abroad dreams. I said, if you said yes to me the first time, I wouldn't be in this situation where I had to lose my money to a scam. When I told her she was going to be my abroad and a dream come true, she accepted my proposal. That same night, she went home with me and we had our first giggity do. She told me, now that the ice is broken, let's start talking about marriage. It sounded like a joke, but I loved her too and I wanted to marry her as soon as possible. We had dated for 11 months when I wore a black suit and she wore a white gown. Oh. And we walked down the aisle. She already had a big place, so I moved in with her to begin life afresh. We were two crazy souls who couldn't let each other go. A year later, she was pregnant. It was hell through this pregnancy with her. She was often sick. I had to stay by her side frequently. I even had to take leave from work to be able to sit next to her and then nurse her back to health. While I was doing that, my little time she had, while I was doing that, any little time she had, she would be on her phone chatting with someone and laughing. She would cry one moment, and the next minute she would be on the phone chatting and laughing. She would say she's talking to a cousin abroad or one crazy aunt who couldn't wait to meet the baby. After she had cried because the fried rice didn't have enough pepper, she fell asleep. I took her phone and saw that it was her ex. It was her ex she was talking to. All the laughter and giggles were from the same man who had impregnated another woman and left her broken-hearted. Their message weren't anything suspicious, except for teases here and there. She was telling him about the pregnancy and the amazing man that I was and how I was different from him and his devilish ways. They weren't arguing, just a friendly vibe, but I didn't like it. An ex in the picture always brings bad news. So when she woke up and was in a very good mood, I told her I didn't like the fact that she was talking to her ex. She didn't argue with me. She said she was sorry. She gave birth not long ago. The baby hardly sleeps. So when he finally sleeps, we try as much as possible to catch some sleep ourselves before he wakes up again. I woke up one late night and saw her chatting and smiling, those familiar smiles. I didn't talk. When she slept, I went through her phone and realized she was still talking to her ex. Mame, you are finding trouble. She had changed his name, playing around with him, telling him how cute our baby is and how lucky she was that it wasn't him she had a baby with. She said our baby would have been ugly. The guy said, if you like, let's fix a match and get one so you can do your true analysis. She only sends laughing emojis in the messages. I realized she had been sending him money to buy to the guy. Sorry. Twice the guy had asked for help. The first time he said he needed a 5K loan to pay his son's school fees. The same son he had with a side chick. He said the woman was on his neck, making his life uncomfortable. The second time he said, your guy is dying. Oh, life is very hard. Can you send me something? She sent the 5K he requested, and after a few weeks, she sent another 2K to him because life was beating him. Hey, my wife doesn't help around here financially. If she gives with her left hand, she will take it with her right hand. Nothing from her is free. I didn't want any problem until I realized that she could give that much to an ex who broke her heart. I tapped her to wake up, showed her the messages. I was shaking. What does he do for you that you have to send him this much? Are you sleeping with him? Is he providing services to your life that I don't know of? She said it was a loan and that she would get it back. Why would you give money to an ex? What for? She answered, he's just a man going through hard times and I decided to help. If you have a problem with that, fine, I won't help again. I'm still processing everything that has gone on, filling in the missing stories to see if any harm had been done somewhere. Somewhere I'm not aware of. I'm thinking about the wild possibilities and it traumatizes me. Where my mind is going, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Should this be reason enough to throw this marriage away? It's her ex, the same man who broke her to pieces and left me to fix. What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Because I don't know what to suggest. I think that this lady is crazy and she needs some talking to. You need friends who tell you the truth, Madam Lady. I don't know you. But you need friends who tell you the truth, okay? Not friends who would say, oh, love is love. Love is not love. That's a lie. But to each his own. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Bye, neighbor.